Hello everyone and welcome back to Charlie Talks Football. So we're back again to talk about some more Newcastle United news and transfer news. Now, I just want to say, if you do enjoy this video, make sure to subscribe, as we are close to hitting 1,000 subscribers now. The support's been fantastic, but anyway, enough of that. Let's get into the video now. Basically, we just wanted to come on here and basically just talk about why the Tonali deal hasn't been confirmed yet by the club, because there probably will be. You know, I've seen some Newcastle United fans on social media getting a bit concerned, thinking, oh, I thought, you know, Fabrizio said, here we go, the deal's done, so why is it not happening? Now, it pretty much is fine, so the deal will happen. It's just because he is currently playing with Italy under-21s. So he plays against Norway on Wednesday. And then if they win that, they get to the quarterfinals of the under-21s Euros. Now, I've also had some questions. Now, someone did actually ask us if Tonali would get injured, would the deal be off? Now, I'm not sure. I think Newcastle might actually pull out the deal.
It would depend
if he does get injured.
Yeah, I think it would depend on the severity of the injury. If it was just, you know, an injury that you can get, run-of-the-mill injury that, you know, you recover from, fine, that would be fine. If it was a really serious injury, then obviously they would look at it again. But I saw him play the other night against Switzerland, and Italy won 3-0 at half-time. And then Switzerland came back and it was 3-2, the final score. But it was very impressive. He's crossing into the box from set pieces is really good. So we've got that look forward to once.
Yeah, and I think has he got 2 assists so far?
I think so, yeah.
Because he got an assist in the first game and in the second game. So it's been a good start for him, and it really shows, you know, he's like influenced, because we as Newcastle fans would never watch like Italy under-21s, but yeah, of course, because we are gonna pretty much sign the player, it does make you wanna watch them games. So that's interesting to see as well. But just to let you guys know, the deal is going to happen. You know, there's no concerns. The only way that the deal might be in doubt is if he does get injured. But it does depend if it's like a long-term injury or not, because, you know, if it is short-term, then he should be fine. Now, I just wanted to talk a bit about Gordon. Now, as you know, Gordon has also been playing for the England under-21s. Now, I think he actually scored in his first game, but then it got disallowed because it was slightly offside, and then he scored in the second game. Who did the play? Do you know the played in the second game?
I'm not sure who it was. Was it Israel or something?
It might have been, but anyway, it's good to see Gordon doing well, and hopefully that can sort of give him a bit more confidence, you know, for next season, because he definitely does need it. Now, what are your thoughts on?
I think when Gordon came to Newcastle, he had openly admits that he didn't realise how he was lacking in fitness, and since he's been working with Howe and the staff, he's getting sharper, and he's playing well for England at the minute. So that, you know, I'm sure he'll improve next season, because he sort of had some games where he did okay and other games where he didn't do well.
Do you think he can certainly come in as a starter? You know, if he, let's hope he starts to do a lot better.
I don't think he'll be a starter unless we had injuries, but I do think he's someone who can come off the bench and influence the game.
40 million, God, you'd think he would be a starter with
But
that.
if he improves that much, you look at how Miggy's come on this season, you know, last season, and how well he's done. So it's a possibility that he can improve, because Howe seems to improve every player he works with.
Now, guys, there has been a lot of talk over the past few days regarding Newcastle extending the East Stand. Now, as you know, this was meant to be a really hard stand to extend due to complications like around that sort of area. But it has been thought that Newcastle would be looking to extend the ground from around 52,000 to, I think, 62,000 now.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Ever since the takeover happened, there has sort of been a lot of rumours around this. Now, What are your thoughts on potentially extending?
I think it's really positive. I mean, the buildings behind these stand are listed, so it's always been thought that we'd never be able to redevelop that area and the stand. But it looks now, as technology has advanced and moved on, it's a possibility. And for people who are desperate to get tickets, you know, it's just going to increase eventually when it's done. Hopefully, it's going to increase the capacity by about 10,000 people, meaning more fans can come in, meaning it'll generate more money for the club. So it's really positive development.
And of course, there seems to be a lot more Newcastle fans now since the takeover happened, and plus there'll be a lot more sort of people who will want to come in and watch the games who perhaps didn't used to, because now we're in the Champions League, now we're not owned by Mike Ashley, so there will also be a lot of demand as well. So do you think it'll happen?
I think it will happen eventually. It's just, where does it happen? Do they do it on the Gallagher end because they've bought the land behind there, or do they do it on the stand, or can they do both? I don't think they'll do both at once, because that would obviously reduce the capacity initially, because when they're working on it.
Yeah.
But who knows? I think it will happen.
There has also been a lot of talk regarding fan zones. I think Celia, who are the new sponsor, were talking about doing a fan zone. Now that would be, I know we've talked about a fan zone quite a bit on the channel, but that would be fantastic, you know. Wouldn't it?
Lots of atmosphere again before the game, wouldn't it? And I mean, it would be a positive step that the club would take.
And plus as well, for potentially fans who, you know, maybe just find it a bit boring watching it on TV. In a fan zone, you're actually watching it with people, so it does also make it a lot more exciting, doesn't it? It does. Now, there has also been a couple of bits of transfer news come out, but I would take it as a pinch of salt. Now, the Mirror are reporting that we are interested in Kyle Walker-Peters, who is a right back who plays for Southampton. Now, for me, I don't really want him, to be honest. I mean, Southampton have gone down. I don't think this is true. I think it's just the media basically just linking, you know, every single player with Newcastle. So I doubt this is going to happen, but what are your...
Well, we're being linked with lots of players at the minute, aren't we? And it was interesting. Luke Edwards posted a tweet today saying that after the Tonali deal is completed at the end of the week, Newcastle will pause and take stock because it's a large chunk of the budget that they're spending on one player. So I think it's just media talk at the minute. We've been linked with Franco again, who've been in the Brazilian
Matthias França. Now, we had, I think it was in January, we had a bid of around 20 million rejected, and he has a release clause of 25 million, so all we need to do is pay that extra 5 million. Now, I think this is pretty realistic. I mean, if Newcastle really do want the player, they will go back in for him again, because I don't really know much about him, but he is meant to be good. And of course, Stan Ashworth is in charge, and Newcastle do seem to be signing a lot of players as well. Also, Demartio, which I think is like an Italian, talks about Italian football news, came out a couple of days ago and also said that we are interested in Theo Hernandez, who also plays for AC Milan. But personally, I don't think this will happen due to the fact, you know, we've already took a player off AC Milan, and Theo Hernandez is brilliant, but Tonali, you know, I think we've used up quite a lot of our budget. So, and Theo Hernandez would cost like 60
He's a very good player,
70 million.
They were also linking with Chiesa, weren't they?
I mean, he would be fantastic.
He's a good player.
Apparently, Aston Villa actually put in a bid for him as well, and that got rejected. But he would be a fantastic signing. But again, take these sort of rumours lightly. I think around transfers overall, it will become quite quiet until sort of Tonali has been confirmed, and then we will go and, you know, possibly look at other targets and, you know, assess our options. But just on Maddison, again, that's been really, really quiet. It seems like Tottenham are leading the race. I mean, you never know, but I don't think Newcastle are going to try and sign him. Still seems like Newcastle's valuation of the players way off compared to what Leicester want. And what do you think? Because it just looks dead in the water.
I think it's gone very quiet, but I think things will pick up again. Will Leicester drop the price, or will they be stubborn? Obviously, I think he will end up going to Newcastle or Tottenham unless another team comes in. But interestingly, today, the Turkish guy from Fenerbahce, the young lad,
I think Arsenal
are leading now.
Really interested in this player now. He's been likened to the next Messi, so big expectations. But I don't know if it was true, but apparently Newcastle had 2 or 3 meetings with him and his family quite a few weeks ago discussing the transfer. Now, Fabrizio Romano did report that he has a release clause of around 17 million, which I don't know much about him, but people seem to be talking like it's a bargain for him. So interesting to see whether Arsenal have won the race for him or not. But anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to subscribe. We're really close to getting to 1,000 subscribers now as well. It was also nice to be shouted out by Adam P, which is also fantastic to see. Go and check out his channel as well. We're just going to put the clip on screen now.
If you've been watching my YouTube channel for a decent amount of time now, at least the match day vlogs, you would have definitely seen these two before. Charlie Talks Football now. I love getting these two on my channel. So this is actually a father and son, both Newcastle fans, of course. They go to the matches to talk about the football together. There's something quite wholesome about it. I like the fact it's a father and son channel. It just started off, and I remember actually, especially when I was Charlie's age, my videos at his age were crap. They really were crap, and his are actually way better than mine were back in the day. So yeah, they're just starting off. Of course, over time they get more used to YouTube, they make more content, and they get better at it. But I definitely think they deserve to watch them. I think they are quite good. I like watching a father and son talk about the football club. It's something that I used to love going to the games with my dad. I think it's a good opportunity now for you guys to kind of go over there and watch the content for yourself and just enjoy it. I do like them quite a lot.
But anyway, guys, hope you've enjoyed this video. Make sure to comment down below your thoughts on Walker Peters, on Chiesa, Theo Hernandez. You know, what are your thoughts on extending the ground, fan zones, all the stuff we've talked about in today's video. So anyway, guys, we'll see you later.
Bye.
Bye.